So today's video, I wanted to focus on how would I enter a trade using Market Cipher script. Like we all know, Market Cipher is a simplified script. So if we are going to trade with it, it has to be very simplified. So today's video is going to be a little bit lengthy one, but I want to deal with the basic fundamentals, how to enter a trade using Market Cipher script. And if I want to enter a trade, what will be my, let's say, my basis of judgment? What will I literally base my entire decisions on? You see, I've dealt with the oscillators, I've dealt with my road signs and my Google Maps. It's about time I also deal with my time frames, because if you want to know the direction of an asset, you navigate amongst time frames to know the direction. So time is more or less like one of the really essential ingredients in trading. Trading requires some level of I'm understanding how time frames work as well. It's not only about your script or understanding your script, but you need time frame. But time frame more or less are not like indicators; they are part of it. But most times we don't really include them in. So before you enter a trade, basically you have to navigate amongst your time frames. So time frames gives you direction. Make no mistake, I've been talking about direction in all of my videos. I think most of my videos, that trading happens either upwards, downwards, or consolidate. So if we want to know the overall direction, it means we want to know the overall yeah, of course, overall direction of an asset. Is it going up so that we buy, or is it going down so that we sell? Does it make sense? If we want to trade, we have to know direction. And the direction is literally based on navigating amongst time frames, whether we are uptrend or downtrend or consolidating. So how would I enter a trade using my time frames as a reference point, pairing it with my oscillators for enough confirmation upon direction? This is what I will do basically. So let me remove my drawings first, and I will probably put my vertical line, sorry, this is horizontal, vertical line. Okay, so let me highlight on my oscillators. This is my vertical line here, and these are my oscillators, like we already know already. These are my oscillators. So moves, it moves, it moves, it moves, it moves, it goes up, up, up. All right, cool. So I just wanted to highlight on this one that my oscillators move. So let's go to the, let's say, 4-hour time frame, and I want us all to look at something. Let me remove this drawing. Sorry. Okay, so I want to assess the overall direction of an asset called Bitcoin that we are trading. So on a 4-hour time frame, we realize that our vertical line is here and our oscillators are also heading towards this side. Makes sense. Let's go to our 3-hour time frame. Then you realize the direction has changed, because our oscillators look like this on a 4-hour time frame, but this time it looks like this. So it's like it's climbing. Let's go to the 2-hour time frame. On a 2-hour time frame, the blue wave seems to be in the positive right now, and our liquid seems to be in the negative. Let's go to the 1 hour. Right now it seems our blue wave is bigger here, came into the positives, now probably coming to the negatives, and our other oscillators, like the money flow, is also probably struggling into the positive. So what I'm trying to establish is when we start navigating among time frame, the oscillators are different. I don't know if you could let's see what happened here. Let me restart again. This is the negative side and this is the positive side. Take a very good look at our oscillators right now. A good look at our oscillators in the negative territories. Went up, came down. Seems like we are going up. Let me go to the 3-hour time frame. It seems like we are also probably changed directions and are heading upwards again. than the 2 hour. Sorry, and now you realize that we are in a positive here with the momentum waves, and the money flow is in the negative. Like, so it will change and change till we go to the lower time frame. So what you have to realize is, if you want to know the overall direction, try and let's say look at a number of oscillators. When I talk about the number of oscillators, I mean these oscillators, these waves, the money flow and the momentum. Try and take a good look at the number of them that are in the negatives. Let me repeat that again. I know it sounds like it's too much to bear, but let me repeat myself again. If we want to know the overall direction of an asset to trade, we have to use time frames to check direction. So the time frames literally gives you more or less like the direction. The direction is either up or down or consolidate. So if we are up, it means it's positive, right? If we are down, it means it's negative. So in order to know whether we are up or down, try and navigate amongst all the time frames and see where the number of your oscillators are in the mall. So on the 4 hour time frame, you can realize that the red money is red and momentum is also in the negatives. You understand? So we are in the negative here on the 4 hour time frame. Go to the 3 hour time frame, then realize that sorry, money is in the green, sorry, still in the red, and momentum is also in the red. So it means on the 2 hour time frame too. Let's see what happens. 2 hour time frame. It means money is also in the red. Sorry, money is still in the red, and momentum crossed into the positive and it's coming down. So it's like when you probably navigate to, let's say, the 1 hour, and okay, again on the 1 hour, it seems momentum is coming down again and money is still struggling the red. So it's like the overall direction of price shows bearishness because we have majority of our influential oscillators in most of the negatives. Most of the negatives bear. Let me remove the drawings. I know it sounds very new to you, but if I navigate amongst all the time frames or majority of the time frames from hourly to, let's say, minutes, and you realize that majority of your oscillators are in the negative, it means it's bearish. It's like if you are still in the red amongst multiple of these time frames, it means it's a confirmation of the direction. That's what we call the confluence. Confluence is when majority of your time frames are saying the same thing. Let me repeat myself again. Confluence is when majority of your time frames are saying the same thing. You understand? Because if direction is can be determined using time frames, then if the direction, like I also talk about this, is either up or down or consolidate, if that direction majority of your time frames are saying they are in a negative, then it means it's a confirmation of the direction because time frames determines direction. Makes sense here. So the main purpose of this video was to let you know how to define or how to trade market cipher using direction, because like I said, trading happens in direction: up, down, or consolidate, up, down, or consolidate, up, down, or consolidate. So you buy when it's going up, you sell when it's going down. So if you can determine that direction, how do you therefore trade a market cipher? By using your oscillators as your reference. If majority of my oscillators are in the positives amongst different time frames, it means we can trade in on the uptrend. And if majority of my oscillators or my waves are saying we are in the negatives. You understand? If my let me read myself again before I even get confused. If majority of my oscillators amongst time frames are in the positives, we can long. And if majority of my oscillators are in the negative, when I navigate amongst different time frames, that means we are selling. So the overall, how do you determine overall direction using Market Cipher? You have to include time frames as well. So time now becomes more or less like a directional. I want to use the word algorithm, but it's not a script, but it's part of trading. You need time frames to trade. You just don't trade basically by looking at the oscillators on the 1 hour time frame and trade. You understand? You need multiple time frames to say the same thing. That increases your biases. Is the trading is all about probabilities and stuff. So you need more probable outcomes, more probable scenarios to, or more probable direction to determine your judgment. You just don't base your judgment on just one time frame. You understand? You just don't base your judgment on just let's say one oscillator in the negative. You need multiple oscillators in the negative to confirm. So with this video, you realize that with this side, you realize that majority of our oscillators, that's influential oscillators, that is my money and my momentum, are in the negatives, right, on multiple time frames. So then it confirms to it that yes, we are bearish. You see, on the 2 hour time, sorry, on the 3 hour time frame, we're still in the negatives. On the 2 hour, money is still in the negative. Momentum went up, still seems like it's coming down. On the 1 hour, you realize that it came down into the negatives. It's like the more I navigate among time frames, the more the more I see the same direction. It's the direction that I need to make to basically make my judgment. I need the direction. I need to know my direction of my oscillators, because if my oscillators are going up, means we are buying. So if I have majority of them liquid, if I have money flow up, if I have momentum up, it means that we are in the positives. And if I navigate among the time frames and still see majority of them in the positive, it means we can still long. But the same thing I can do for the inverse. You understand? So this is what makes Market Cipher to me the best leading indicator, because I need to know direction, and if I want to know direction, I have to navigate amongst different time frames to know the direction. Once I can establish direction amongst time frames, then I'm good to go, because my oscillators literally give me enough understanding or clearer understanding. You understand? So it's like this is so simplified that every time I see my oscillator, is like, or my Market Cipher script, is just easy to use and so basic, so simplified. And I wish everybody who is into trading should probably be using Market Cipher to trade, because it's basically, I don't know, but without a doubt, it's just the best script out there. And I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm just saying, if had it not been for the script, I would probably not be trading. And everybody who uses Market Cipher can attest to the ingenuity. It's like, it's so glaring. It's so simple to use, but again, when you are a newbie, it's hard for you to use. And I get you guys. Most of you guys might be struggling, but as part of the game, when you start early, it's hard to use. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but when you you try to understand how it works, you now appreciate how the whole thing is all about. It requires time. I don't know, but I'm new to teaching people how to use something, so bear with me, people. It's not like it's not easy. You understand? Sometimes I make mistakes, I correct them, and I try to retweak certain things, and I'm trying to make this thing very easy to understand. I'm trying my very best. So normally I get feedback from people that I know to, help me with certain things that I'm not probably not hitting it right. So again, like I said, this is Market Cipher. It's basically one of the best scripts out there. Without a doubt, it's just, if not the best, it's the best. And I'm trying my very best to give you guys good videos and simple videos and relatable videos. And so yes, I am always trying to research and find the best kind of materials for you guys. So until then, have a nice time, people. Peace.